Federal Executive Council approved 580 million naira to fight dangerous and illicit drugs.
Global News.
Correspondent reports on International Day for Universal Access to Information. And on the foreign scene, the European Union vows to sanction Russia's illegal votes in Ukraine.
News.
Good evening, you listen to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. I am Hauwa Adamu Kiyawa. Today's the 28th of September 2022, which is equivalent to the 2nd of Rabiul Awwal 1444 after Hijri. And now the news in full. The Federal Executive Council has approved 580.5 million naira for the procurement of 4 armored vehicles to fight dangerous and illicit drugs by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, made this known to State House correspondents at the end of the Council's meeting, which was presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari today in Abuja. He said a memo was presented by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, that is the Federal Ministry of Justice, which was relating to a parastatal under the supervision of the Office of the Attorney General, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. The minister said the decision to procure the armored vehicles was taken to encourage and safeguard the lives of NDLEA personnel who have been working very hard, with impressive results being recorded. According to him, between January and July 2022, the NDLEA arrested 18,940 suspects with 2,904 convictions. The Association of Kano International Film Festival says that the problems in the Kannywood industry will be brought to an end very soon. Chairman of the association, Major Musa Gambo, said this today at a youth awareness meeting where he called on the youth to be self-reliant after finishing school. He added that they created the association to get youth jobs like sound editing and makeup, among others.
For us to get more business for our younger ones. The younger ones who are just coming up, they don't have a job for their future. Sometimes they don't have, when they finish their educations, they don't have any job to do. So we have this, how do I put it for you, like a handwork, which they can be able for them to sustain their life with it. That is one of the major reasons. The members of the Kannywood is for us to come and join hands together with us to make sure that things are going normal according to our culture and religion. That is one of the message I will pass to them. Because there are certain things we are doing in Kannywood which is not our culture and our religion. So sometimes we have to come and educate certain Kannywood people to know that culture of our Hausa and Islam are two things which we must collaborate and put it inside our Kannywood.
In his remarks, Alhaji Inwat and Juma Tofa said that Kannywood industry has been left behind in modern equipment.
Based on visual protections, how visual effect is going to be used in Kannywood and how to use it to simplify their films and how to use it in order to get subsidy based on the money they spend in film productions. Also, I advise them to have a unity in their associations. Otherwise, without unity, you can't achieve whatever you are trying to.
Correspondent Safara Otejane Adam reports that during the meeting, the new ways that film producers will follow in order to improve their businesses were explored. United Nations has set aside every 28th September annually as a day to raise awareness about the effects of rabies and to educate the public on how it can be eradicated in people and domestic animals. This is the 16th annual celebration of World Rabies Day. Correspondent Hafsat Abdullahi Eladi takes a look at the importance of the day and files in this report.
According to the United Nations, more than 75 million people die every year due to the dog bite around the world. A report says that Nigeria is among the leading countries in death due to the bite. But despite the huge death tolls, there aren't much opportunities to take dogs for vaccination. Every year, a celebration is held at Animal Hospital in Kano to give free vaccination to dogs. The day was started to remind people about the consequence of the diseases in order to ensure that they take their dogs to be vaccinated against the diseases. Do people know the effect of rabies? Freedom Radio interviewed some people here in Kano on their opinion.
Actually, I don't know about the disease. The only thing I can do is that when I saw them on the way, I drive them away. I don't even have anything to do with that.
Honestly, I do not know the history or some study already, but I know the science of this disease. And I'll make sure that the environment I'm living to is free from that disease that's affecting dog.
Because mental disorder to humans.
Dr. Muhammad Adam, a veterinarian at private hospital here in Kano, explained the causes and the effect of the disease.
Rabies is a viral disease, mostly affecting canine as a primary host, but it can also, when it is zoonotic, that means it can also affect other animals and human beings. It is usually transmitted by bite of a rabies-infected dog.
The theme for this year is One Health, Zero Deaths. Hafsat Abdullahi Alladi, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, the organizers of the maiden edition of Alhaji Ibrahim Galadima Football League has inaugurated 6 sub-committees aimed at ensuring the success and hitch-free tournament. Mamasan Uba has details of this and other sports updates.
The chairman of the organizing committee, Engineer Suleiman Musa, stated this today while inaugurating the committee ahead of the championship. Engineer Musa said that organizing and disciplinary committee has himself as chairman, while Ibrahim Umar Fage FIFA and San Lawan will serve as members. Security committee will be headed by Siraja Usman Tudunwada, Kabiru Bawa Salis Fage Zumunta, and Aminu Mohammed Chana to serve as members. The Development and Technicalities Committee has Magistrate Ibrahim Godabe as chairman, Aminu Strikers and Mr. Mike Aniki as members. The Media and Publicity Committee will be headed by Ado Salisu of Abubakar Rimi Television, Ibrahim Umar Fage FIFA, and Kabir Bawa to serve as members. Engineer Suleiman Musa, however, said that the Finance Committee has Abu Muhammad Fage as chairman, while Mr. Mike Aniki co-chairman. Ibrahim Godabe, Suraja Usman Tudunwada, and Sanno will serve as members. Meanwhile, Samba Kurna will confront Super Stars in the opening ceremony of the match, scheduled to hold on Sunday, 2nd October, at Sani Abacha Stadium by 4 p.m. In another update, the Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Sunday Dare, has praised the former Super Eagles captain John Mikel Obi as the 2013 Africa Cup of Nations winner, calls time on his illustrious career yesterday. The minister said for more than a decade, Mikel Obi made Nigerians proud and brought smiles to households. Mikel Obi retires as one of Nigeria's most decorated players with 91 international appearances, 1 Africa Cup of Nations title, an Olympic bronze medal, 3 FA Cups, 2 Premier League trophies, 1 Champions League title, and 1 Europa League title with Chelsea, among other accolades. Similarly, some candidates in the upcoming Nigeria Football Federation presidential elections have expressed confidence that the elective congress will take place on Friday in Benin, Edo State as scheduled. A cross-section of some presidential candidates spoke to newsmen after a crucial meeting with the Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Sunday Dare, last night in Abuja, noted that nothing had changed, adding that the election will still go ahead as scheduled on September 30, despite a court order on September 15, putting the NFF elections on hold. And on tennis, Britain's Kato Bolter was beaten 6-4, 7-6, 7-2, 6-3 by Belinda Bencic in the second round of the Tallinn Open. Muhammad Sanuba, Freedom Radio.
The Global News is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the page on our website, freedomradionig.com. Welcome back. You're still listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. On 17th November 2015, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and
Approach them for a certain kind of information to be given out. The journalists find it very difficult to access such information.
The State Commissioner for Information, Mohammed Garba, reacts to the alleged lack of compliance in releasing information to journalists.
The media, as one of the most vibrant institutions in the management of information flow, government is doing everything possible to ensure that we work with the media and we strive to ensure the freedom of expression and the freedom of association here in Kano.
The theme for this year's International Day for Universal Access to Information is Artificial Intelligence, E-Governance, and Access to Information. Aisha Sanbala, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, the president of the European Commission, the European Union's executive arm, has proposed a new package of sanctions on Russia designed to make the Kremlin pay for escalating the war in Ukraine with what she called a sham annexation votes in occupied territory. Amina Mukhtar Yakase reports.
Ursula von der Leyen told reporters in Brussels today that they do not accept the sham referenda and any kind of annexation in Ukraine, and they are determined to make the Kremlin pay for this further escalation. Von der Leyen announced that the proposed 8 sanctions package includes further import bans on Russian products, expected blew himself up at a military base near the capital, Mogadishu. The bomber disguised himself as a soldier and joined others as they filed into a military base before he detonated the explosive, said Captain Aden Omar, an officer at the base. It was not immediately clear who was responsible for the attack, but the armed group Al-Shabaab frequently carries out bombings and gun attacks in Somalia and elsewhere. Amina Mukhtar Yakase, Freedom Radio.
And with this, we've come to the end of today's Global News. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Hauwa Adamu Kiyawa. Have a wonderful evening.